Welcome back to Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. Okay,
Whoop-de-doo.
now it's time to return to the
Part
doors.
10.
Exactly, so let's talk to Pedro here.
Okay.
Go ahead, Shiren.
Okay. Hello, isn't it just lovely? It's so peaceful compared to yesterday, and hey, we've got a full house again.
To pull off your best Lino Kuni-esque Welsh accent, Shiroi, because she's clearly supposed to be Welsh.
I've lost mine.
Oh, you
Things
did?
have certainly calmed down. It never ceases to amaze me how quickly
I spent
people
too much
adapt.
time talking to English people.
Oh, thanks a lot, England. You made sure I lose her Welsh accent.
Yay!
I've become one of them.
You
One
see?
of us, one of us.
But I love the Welsh accent.
It was a lot stronger, believe me.
I do worry though. Like, what if one day something really terrible appears and we
Happens.
can't go back to normal?
Happens.
Happens.
Get your lines right, Missy! I intend to cast a... Fuck.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Get your lines right, Mr. Professor!
Grr.
Hang on. I don't mean to set the tone so grim. Here's an idea. A puzzle to brighten the mood.
Alright, okay. Okay, that was my, that was a blip. That will never happen again. In this part.
Shall I keep count?
Alright.
Well, fine, I'll read... Hey, it's my
Puzzle 41.
job to read the puzzles.
Empress
Every
Throne.
time
I'll read
Layton
it.
screws up a
6
piece of
penguins
dialogue,
standing
he
on an
owes everyone a
iceberg.
grand.
5 small ones and their rather portly emperor. All penguins can move either horizontally or vertically, but once in motion, they won't stop until they hit another penguin. If they're stopping in the way, they'll plunge straight into the sea. Can you help the emperor penguin get back to his rightful place in the center of the iceberg?
Okay, so basically, we're supposed to move any of the penguins and try to make it so that we can... Okay, touch it on the penguin and then slide the on the direction you want the penguin to go. So, simple, right? Okay, so basically this is a block sliding puzzle. So basically you have to... Yeah, the penguin will keep sliding until it bumps into another penguin. Be careful. If the penguin doesn't stop, it'll fall right into the sea.
Splash.
Exactly. Alright, so let's try. The idea is to get the big penguin in a circle. So basically we have to make good use of the small penguins as a way to make him stop whenever we're... There we go. Okay, so thinking...
Of course.
Alright, and now we do this. And now we just use the big penguin to the right, I think. Yeah, that's what we do. And now up.
There
Up,
we
Mr.
go.
Penguin.
To
There
the
we
left.
go.
There we go.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
Yes.
A fine puzzle.
Level 5. Was your budget seriously so low you couldn't draw me a nose?
Don't worry, Professor. You've got some pretty awesome shiny model saved up for Ashen Legacy.
Yes, the last chronological game in the series.
Actually,
Great
the last,
logic.
the last
I'll be right
chronological
back.
game is Lost Future, but
I'll be right back.
Basically, the last chronological game is either Lost Future or the crossover in some fans' minds.
no, it's clearly Lost Future because remember what happened at the end of Lost Future, Jovo.
Who
I
cares?
said Pedro, I said in some fans' minds because some fans like to theorize that Luke might have been visiting.
Who cares? I'm trying to perform here.
I do because I need to explain myself.
There's still a door among them.
Yeah, I think...
I'll handle it while she roys away.
Do I have to use my sock puppets again?
They were having a bit of a barney at one point, trying to pin the blame on each other, sounded like.
I am speechless. Oh, are they not on good terms then?
Maybe.
You could say that. Anyway, I can't care whose fault it is as long as they catch the masked gentleman.
Okay. He's a gentleman and he's masked. Hey, a lot of gentlemen are masked. For all you know, it could be your next door neighbour.
True. Alright, so...
all men with masks are criminals.
Alright, time to return to the Lord's Mansion. Hey, Angela.
Hello.
Herschel.
Herschel? Oh, never mind.
It's good to see you again. I'm sorry, but Henry had to go out rather suddenly. Well, we missed Henry again, so we still can't talk to him.
Yeah, whatever.
He asked me to show you into his study, though. Please, spend as long as you like. Keep in mind, keep in mind, Shiro is supposed to voice her, so...
Thank you, Angela.
I know.
It's all right.
I wonder. Oh yes, just some business in town, I expect. Shall we, Herschel? Henry's study is this way.
Of course. Please convey my thanks to Henry. I'm sorry to have missed him today.
Goody.
Yes, goody.
I know, and I'm sorry too. It's just that things have been a bit hectic for Henry since the masked gentleman appeared.
Hello.
Oh, welcome back, Shiroi.
Oh, good, you're back.
Alright, Shiroi, and so there's Angela, so promise.
Between dealing with the police and trying to appease the business owners, he hasn't had a moment to himself.
Harry, she means.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Henry.
Anyway, do you have a wine cellar here?
That was the last game, Professor.
Oh. Well, never mind then.
Sorry, Professor.
I think we stumbled upon one of our elusive hidden puzzles.
Yay!
Yippee!
Alright.
Puzzle time.
Yes, puzzle time.
Alright, so it's...
Oh, another one of these.
006. That
Yes.
elusive... Oh no, it's the bad guy from GoldenEye! No!
Which one? You mean,
Sean Bean.
I actually like the Electrovillian, but fine.
No. Well, he's the villain, isn't he?
No, I mean, I liked him as a villain. I did like that he had a genuine reason for what he wanted to do instead of just being the bad guy like most Bond villains are.
You left me in that building, you prick. Now I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. In fact, it was kind of similar to Javier Bardem in Skyfall when he was abandoned by M too.
Yeah,
so.
you left... Yeah, this evil... Yeah, M left me there, now she must die. Oh, I'm gonna take down all of MI6 while I'm at it.
Okay, so like in the first, so like in the other iteration of this puzzle we did, I have to make all the rabbits chocolate bunnies. So...
can I eat them?
No, Professor.
Ugh.
They're used for exposition.
Well, I don't care. Exposition can still be tasty.
Please allow me.
But I was
That's
solving the
dark,
puzzle.
Professor.
But I was solving the... Fine.
You can solve a puzzle or two.
Well,
Yes,
I solved it because I don't want you eating the bunnies.
Okay, yes, his assistants can solve puzzles, but only when they're asked to, okay? That was certainly a most enjoyable challenge, even though it credited you for it, even though you did nothing!
I'll be right back.
I know the feeling, Professor. I really do.
Shut up, Luke. No one asked you.
Oh my, what a beautiful study. Rows of books and not a speck of dust.
There's some dust on the floor.
Professor, stick to the script, please.
I wrote it, so what do I want?
You...
No, you... Oh, whatever.
Yes, Harry is
Oh,
rather...
pardon me for a moment.
Oh my god, everybody's abandoning us. Okay, Dwebs, I guess it's up to us. Okay.
Okay.
The city is about cleaning. It's what he does to relax. I've actually heard of this. I actually heard of people who genuinely like cleaning to relax because, you know, it keeps their mind occupied and shit.
That's a very industrious way to relax.
Oh wait, Shira, you're back?
Yes.
No, that was me doing it.
I know, I know, but I listen, but I know, but I listened to her one of her hmms. So
This is quite a large home to maintain. Do you have any help? No, I don't mean mental help. I mean, ugh.
You need it, Professor.
Ugh.
Oh, Henry does most of the work whenever he gets anxious. Well, he likes to be productive.
Why are you sad? What's wrong with being productive?
well, it's not so much that. It's just that she kind of pities him for you know, this has been very bad for him because, you know, he's trying to save the city.
He must have a lot of anxiety in his life.
There you go. Thank you. Thanks, Emmy.
Okay then.
Is it true that he built Montador from nothing?
Yep. That's our mystery number 1, actually.
Oh yes, Henry is quite remarkable like that. Always has been, especially since Randall...
Yeah.
Please excuse me. Feel free to examine the study as much as you like. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Awesome then. Alright, it's Ace Attorney investigation time.
Alright.
Yes.
Now, Phoenix, right? What happens when a series that actually sells products does this kind of thing?
Actually, sells products.
Sells units, whatever.
Well,
Didn't Ace Attorney sell more than Layton, but not by much?
well, depends. If you're putting all the sales of all the games of both series together, yes, Ace Attorney did sell more. But
It's been around longer.
But the first Professor Layton game, Curious Village, sold over 5 million units, which I think worldwide, which I think is more than any Ace Attorney game, if I remember correctly.
Yes. So,
But I suppose when they say Ace Attorney, I guess they include the investigations games in that too.
Okay, let's look in this cupboard.
The
desk looks untouched.
Okay.
Remember, I'm back up, Luke.
Oh, come on. Can I have one role in this scene?
No.
I used to see Henry sitting at this desk for hours, though not in recent days.
Fine, if you want to, you could be the Chandelier. So Henry would spend a lot of time working in here.
Just hanging around.
So the Chandelier is a character too? What is this? After last season?
Yes, it's a character now. I watched after last season, and yes, it's rubbish. But I decided, hey, I can make a Chandelier character better. Hey, if Beauty and the Beast can do it, why can't
the Sonic
I?
series could have a sword be a character, then anything could be a character.
Hey, at least the sword fucking talked, whereas the lamp in after last season was just like shot of the lamp, and that's it.
And at least the sword had some sort of decent personality.
A mask that
I'm
can
back.
both joy and sorrow.
Indeed.
Because the mask is a dick like that. It acted as a catalyst both for Randall's misfortune and Henry's success.
Oh,
Henry got...
Glibs, wait till we get to Majora's Mask, because that mask is fucking evil as shit.
I'm actually interested in that game.
Is it true that Montador would not exist today had Henry not found the mask and the treasure? But I was around from it. Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, trust me, Shira, even gamers who generally don't like Zelda in general still have a soft spot for that game, because that game is quite different from others in terms of tone and atmosphere. But we'll get
Which is quite funny, because Majora's Mask used to be considered the black sheep, and apparently it used to be a mixed bag. But
well, actually,
nowadays it's regarded as one of the better
Actually, Joe,
games.
I can explain that, Joe. But see, being in the Zelda fan base, I know things. Basically, the Zelda fan base is some of the most flip-flop fan bases ever. Basically, when Majora's Mask came out, oh, it's not like Ocarina of Time, it sucks. But then 10 years later, it's amazing. When Wind Waker came out, oh, it's cartoonish, and cartoonish is kitty and shit. But then 10 years later, oh, it's amazing.
Twilight Princess as well.
Yeah, given the way the
Twilight Princess is too
Majora's
dark,
Mask
it sucks.
that I've seen since the HD remake was announced,
Twilight
I
Princess
wouldn't
was the
believe
opposite,
that it was
actually.
in any way disliked back in the day.
Actually, believe it or not, Twilight Princess was actually really loved back when it first came out, because it was basically kind of a remake of Ocarina of Time. But over the years, people started to realize that, you know what, at least Wind Waker was unique. You know, basically it's...
and then Skyward Sword happened.
I actually liked Skyward Sword. I know a lot of people don't,
good
but...
things about Skyward Sword.
I actually like Skyward Sword. It has problems, but I thought it was definitely better than Twilight Princess.
99% chance you are under attack.
I'll give Skyward Sword this. Unlike Twilight Princess, it does have an identity. Unlike Twilight Princess, but that's a topic for another day. Go ahead.
I still find it amazing that the city was just one little hotel 18 years ago.
Yes, back when you were still a sperm in your father's balls.
Back when you were...
Professor, a true gentleman...
something.
Professor, a true gentleman has manners.
A true gentleman also doesn't interrupt someone when they're speaking their lines.
I'm not a gentleman, you are. But I'm not British. So
You're still a gentleman, though, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your nationality is. You still should behave.
Well, that depends, because Ace Attorney has quite a few takes on the true gentleman thing over in America and Japan.
Anyway, back to your land.
Say, Mrs. Lee, Angela, does the Mask of Chaos really have magical powers?
The person who stole it certainly seems to think so. You went all posh there for a second, Luke.
Well, he is a gentleman in training, after all.
Yeah.
You seen
that's
Kingsman?
all I am.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, sorry.
I'm very interested in the culprit's motives, and why are you stealing my lines again, Luke?
That was by accident.
Whatever. I have a feeling everything will fall into place once we unmask our thief.
Unmask.
But
Now let's see who the masked gentleman really is. Pull the mask. Professor High White! Wait a minute.
yes,
That's
it was me all along.
And then we take the mask again. It was Luke all along. Wait a minute. That's also a mask.
And it gets to the point where he accidentally rips off the real guy's face.
Oh, no. Wait. Was mask to mask? That doesn't make any sense.
Actually, it's interesting you say that because that was actually a specific parody of that thing in an episode of I Am Weasel where they took a lot of the masks and then revealed it's the red guy, the villain, of course, and then Police Chief Red Honey, and then he's like, no, it's not me. Look, I'll tear off my mask, and then he goes, my face! I tore off my face.
Was the mask locked away in the chest?
No, it was hanging on the wall here.
You idiot!
What was that about being a gentleman?
I can't defend idiots. Oh, I'll just hang this priceless mask on the wall where everyone who comes in can see it.
Professor,
You
let
had
me
a
say
priceless
that.
artifact that you just left hanging on the wall?
There you go.
Even Emmy agrees.
Yeah.
Why not? This is our home. Henry thought displays of the mask would bring good luck to Montador.
Yeah, what good luck it brought you, eh?
Jesus Christ, Professor, by that logic, people's houses should be empty in case a thief gets in. I mean, come on.
Make a better effort to hide it, then!
Jesus.
God damn it, no wonder these games are generated, the plots of these games are progressed by idiots.
But
I've said it before. In most genres, if people weren't idiots, there would be no story.
Ugh, whatever, go on.
And soon after that, the masked gentleman started playing his tricks in town. Do you have any idea why he would want to bring harm to the town?
Maybe he didn't like the food or something.
It's quite more complicated.
Oh, you'll
than
find
that.
out why, Dwibs.
It could be a disgruntled gambler, someone with some property, or some personal grudge.
Wow, this actually sounds like Dick Layton for a second.
So, so I was right. This city is the equivalent to Las Vegas.
I can imagine now if this game was written by Dwibs. Turns out the masked gentleman was Professor Layton all along, and he's like, ha! It was me all along!
But then have the mask taken off, it turns out it was just some NPC we met on the street. Or something like that.
No, with the way Phoenix has been butting in, that's actually Phoenix under there.
Whatever the reason, it can't possibly justify throwing the whole city into chaos.
True.
Money can make people do crazy things.
Why are you
Why
looking
does
at
Emmy
me
have
like
that
that?
face?
Why are you looking at me like that, Emmy?
But things this crazy, I don't understand.
Emmy looks like she has a story
That's one thing that I love.
She does.
That's one thing I love about Emmy. Like, thanks to the way thanks to clever touches in her dialogue and her facial expressions, the little 5 dimension gives her quite a interesting personality in a really subtle way. I really love that.
And to think, if Angela hadn't been so stupid, this wouldn't have happened.
Well, actually, it was more so her husband who thought that displaying it out in the public would bring the town good luck.
Let's just say, Dwibs, there is another reason why he displays that mask, but I can't say that because of spoilers.
Yeah.
He's got an IQ of 5.
We'll see. We'll get back to this later. We'll get back to this later.
Give the story that's chance, Dwibs.
Isn't the parlor more comfortable?
I don't know. What do you think, Professor?
You haven't given me
Yes,
any
the study
dialogue,
is
so I
only-
can't explain it.
The study is only for important guests, or when he doesn't want me to overhear.
Ah, I see.
Are you sure your husband uses that just for not letting you overhear important conversations?
Oh,
So no
absolutely,
one's
just
ever in
for
this
that.
room without Henry being here as well, correct?
Very well.
Yes, I don't think a guest could have stolen it. Not that we've had many of late.
Well, improve the restaurant then.
Keep the doors locked at all times, so whoever stole the mask must have come in through a window.
Or they teleported.
Dun dun dun.
They used the read machine from Fantastic.
Ugh.
You'd have to be pretty nimble to get through a window. That would fit. That would fit the masked gentleman's style.
Or yours then.
Oh,
It was asked.
Yeah.
It was masked. It was actually a masked gentlewoman. Oh,
Yes. I wonder what kind of person would take the mask.
Obviously, someone trying to pull something.
Do you have any theories, Herschel?
Well,
Money, power.
Luke's too nice, so it's not him. Emmy's got a vagina, so it's not her because it's clearly a man's voice. Well, it has it that the masked gentleman is most likely someone living here in town.
yeah. I kind of thought level 5 would cast Yuri Lowenfeld to voice a woman.
Actually, I'm surprised they haven't, considering how high-pitched he can go. But that saying, though, there are plenty of women who can fake a male voice.
Yeah, there was some high-pitched moments of them in Catherine where I thought they were female for a while.
Oh yeah,
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Who in Montador would benefit from the recent turmoil?
true.
And heck, I thought Orphan was actually female with that voice in
Yeah.
Final Fantasy XIV.
yeah.
Why, I can't think of anyone here who would benefit from this madness.
Maybe some jealous sod. Do you know of anyone with a grudge against Henry? Anyone you've had financial disputes with in the past? Someone who couldn't take rejection well?
The only person I can think of who has a grudge against Henry is, well, Dalston.
What was you going to say me for a second there?
It was Troy Baker all along.
Dalston?
Dun, dun, dun.
Alphonse Dalston, you mean? Alphonse? Oh, hi, Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, I see, Layton. So you named one of your kids after him. Joy.
Luke,
The name sounds familiar.
Yes, Herschel, the
Yeah,
very
I
same.
know. I heard it in the.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Dalston was a friend of ours, in Stanbury, Luke.
Stansbury.
No, actually, I think I heard about it from the game Layton Brothers.
Between them, Dalston and Harry own most of the businesses in town. They've been rivals for years.
Aw, how cute, Layton. You named one of your sons after
But
Dalston.
Someone like that wouldn't come back to terrorize an entire town.
Honestly, Jova, it's probably just a coincidence.
That's the joke, Pedro. I was joking.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me if Dalston set out to sabotage Henry. You know how he is, Herschel.
Funny, I thought I was the one who did the sabotaging.
No,
But Professor, you're not Skip Woods.
Oh, never mind. Yes, I do. But it doesn't seem like him to stage such a theatrical
And you're not,
display.
Lautrec. The other characters aren't aware of your dickery.
Well, sure, if he was Lautrec, every single woman in the world would be swooning over him for no reason.
Do they do that?
Yes, they do. Like, every single woman in that game is in love with him for some reason, for reasons that I will never understand.
Right.
He's a fucking asshole, but...
Are you
Okay,
sure
okay,
this
calm
guy
down,
isn't
calm down.
Are you,
Calm down,
are
save
you
it for
sure
the
Lautrec isn't
commentary.
just a latent fanboy and his entire game is in his imagination?
Save it for the commentary. Let's save it for the commentary, otherwise I'll just go into this big rant about it.
Fun fact. Fun fact. Before I got cast as Professor Layton, I wrote a script for a game about a...
That is suspicious, isn't it, Professor?
Hang on, Luke, I haven't finished yet. I wrote a script about a dickish professor long before I joined the Professor Layton series. I finished it. I read it. I didn't really like it.
Let's go and talk to him, Professor.
I didn't really like it, but then someone took my script, rubbed my name out, put their name on it, changed it around, and well, that's how it ended up on screen.
So Konami once again struck, and
I didn't bother suing them because, well,
they're Konami. Nobody, don't worry, Professor. I'm pretty sure if you sue Konami, people will cheer.
Well, I didn't really have any time, you see.
Yeah, I think at this point everyone has had enough of their bullshit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Heck, even other companies who people generally just like have a right to look down on them.
Well, that's why everyone left.
Oh, even EA bashed them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, EA, Ubisoft, Sega, Capcom.
If Sega have the right to bash you, then you have some real problems.
That's gonna be Ubisoft's logo for now. What? Hey, at least we're Konami.
That's gonna be everyone's logo. It's gonna be a shared copyright.
Back to the script. This must be the circus. We met the ringmaster outside our hotel, didn't we?
Can we go inside?
No. No. Circuses in games like this spell trouble.
Look, we're not here to have fun. We're in the middle of our investigation.
Don't worry, Professor. There's actually this circus is actually pretty cool. We each even have a really adorable animal in there.
But is there a dumb as fuck blonde here?
Don't worry, Professor.
I know that.
Well, Professor, look at this. We already met the ringmaster, and we already met Pirouette, and they're nice people, aren't they?
Sure.
This part of town has quite a different feel to it, doesn't it, Professor?
And it seems we were thinking the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. As we can see in the bottom screen, this is where you can see most of the desert that surrounds the town.
We're on the edge of the desert here. You can even see part of an old ruin over there.
Oh, thanks, Professor.
But I don't know where because I'm not pointing at anything.
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, wow. No, look, you're doing it wrong. It's whoa. Yes. This entire region of the desert is dotted with extremely ancient ruins.
Indeed.
And fade to black for some reason.
Because mystery.
Oh, okay.
Okay, mystery number 5. Duchess of Internet Civilization. Although Montador is a new city built in the latest archaeological fashion, traces can be found here and there of a very ancient civilization. Where did these come from, and what could it mean?
This area of desert is known to be the site of various ancient ruins. Montador must also have its share of relics.
Indeed, Professor. Oh well, we'll get back to this then.
Any moment now.
Anytime now.
Skip. There you go.
There we go.
Well, Professor, I wanted to give some time so you can read your lines calmly.
But we're getting distracted. Let's proceed to Dalston's house.
Alright,
By the way, Luke, give me my calmness pills.
We'll get back to the circus later.
Professor, you sort of left them back in London, actually.
Actually,
Cutscene.
no. I hid them in my sock.
Oh, cutscene.
Oh boy.
I love that dog's this.
Love it.
Don't move.
This puppy should learn some manners.
Emmy, you fool!
It's Amy, Professor. She'll be fine.
Trying to have a staring contest with the dog is not a good idea.
Lady alone. Get back here now.
Oh, hello.
The dog's almost as big as he is.
This character is another great testament of how much range Troy Baker has, because it doesn't sound at all like Troy Baker.
Oi, Layton, is that you? I haven't seen you in years.
Wow, Dalston, you really packed on the pals.
It's been a while since we played a game, so is this the asshole who was having a go at us in that flashback?
Yeah, it was.
Hello, Dalton.
Yeah.
It's been some time. You look well.
Well, he's
aside from your weight.
He's always been fat.
He's just fatter
What
now.
are you doing in Montador? Don't tell me you moved here too. And it's 2% fat, actually, and mostly muscle.
What, move here, please? No, I am here on business. So you left Stansbury, I see. Not that I blame you, they turned Stansbury into a fucking industrial estate.
Everybody left. Stansbury turned into a ghost town after that messed with the Ascot family.
AKA Randall's family.
Oh, so it turned into Brookside after it got cancelled.
Oh,
Ghost towns don't attract many tourists, and empty hotels don't make any money.
Although now they're actually housing. That's actually a housing estate now. Ah, yes, you always did mean to build your own hotels, didn't you? It seems you've done quite well for yourself here.
Best in the biz. Enough small talk, Layton. What's your business here?
Well, I heard they do lovely fountains in the... I'm investigating the recent events surrounding the masked gentleman.
Who put you up to this? Angela? Oh, let me guess. I'm a suspect now, right? Well, that's a load of rubbish.
I never said that.
What do I have to gain from that maniac terrorizing the town? This chaos is bad for business. Everyone's business.
Of course, always thinking about the business. I've heard that there is something of a prolonged power struggle going on in Montador. If one wanted to hurt an opponent, one might be willing to make a sacrifice or two, no? Hypothetically speaking.
I'm sorry, unless this guy can shapeshift, there's no way he's behind this.
Why does
Shiroi, let's not forget.
Warning of his plans specifically to you and Henry?
Well, sure, just because he's not the actual guy showing up and doing those miracles, that doesn't mean he cannot be the mastermind behind all this.
There must be
I
plenty
know,
of
but that
other
doesn't mean
business
he's not
owners in
just
town
your
who would
average
like the
asshole
information.
either.
It
Anywho,
certainly looks as though there is
saying
some connection between you and the masked gentleman, Dalston.
Yeah, basically.
Hold on. Actually, Shiroi, you do remember that we have come across at least two characters that can shapeshift. Don Payo and Destiny.
True. I forget.
Not even Sarah.
Fine, let's arrest the dick.
You weren't the only one Angela blamed for Randall's untimely end.
What
Well, then you yourself have a point, Shiroi. Just because he looks evil doesn't mean he is evil.
What if Randall is the masked gentleman?
Wouldn't that be something? Henry encouraged Randall. Years later, Angela and Henry are married. You know the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer? Ha! Maybe Henry.
Angela holding a grudge against Henry? After all these years? Come now, Dalston, that seems highly unlikely.
So yeah, it could be Angela, it could be him. There's quite a few people who are suspects.
Angela changed after Randall's death, you know that. She's got uptight and sulky. Maybe she buried her resentment deep down and she's been plotting revenge all this time.
Dalston, you fucking idiot!
Whoa.
Don't you dare this, Angela!
Jesus.
Think about it. Angela never forgave you for Randall's death. Practically drove you out of Stansbury, didn't she?
Then why did she welcome me back into our house, you fucking idiot?
Remember, Professor, she herself, the first thing she did when we met her in this game was apologize because of that. She regrets that. Come on.
Also, Professor, allow me to introduce you to a game called Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, which practically has a theme of people putting on a masquerade just to fool you. That's why she sent Randall out on that expedition.
That's ridiculous, Dalston!
Okay, Professor, calm down. Take your happy pills.
Oh, is
Shut
it?
your face!
Jesus.
Then how come Henry kept everything Randall discovered about Norwell to himself?
True. Basically, the treasure Randall was trying to find when he died, Henry was the one who found it and kept it for himself. So find the treasure.
Not to mention that the curse does mention the mask having one suffer while the other profits.
Yep.
And let's see, apparently this mask read to Randall's end, and well, Henry's sitting pretty. Angela wasn't going to let Henry get away with it that easily. With one stroke, Angela can ruin Henry, get the treasure, and exact her revenge. It's genius.
That's quite the tale, Dalston. But without proof, that's all it is. Now fuck off!
Well, of course I know I need proof. I am also Simon Blackwell, after all. I hope I'm there when the pain finally drops, Layton. Oh, you probably wouldn't know
That was a rhetorical question.
This isn't a city of miracles. It's a city of betrayals.
A city of betrayals? Wow, that's...
Shut up, Luke!
Even a child can see it. You're getting surpassed by your own apprentice.
No, Or am I smarter than him?
It's alright, Luke.
Professor, I think we've had enough. Let's go now before you lose control.
Ho ho! This boy has a mind of his own. Well, if you won't talk to me, at least go and see the mayor.
Talk to him yourself.
You're the one trying to solve the mystery. Now you go and do it.
You're the one
I heard
making false accusations without proof.
Well,
You're the one who accused me without.
Well, to be fair, that's his theory about who the Master Gentleman could be. He isn't actually accusing her. That's just his theory.
Actually, Dalston has a point here.
How?
Hold on, you missed it. What he said. He said that we should go see the mayor so we can get more insight into what he said, basically about the power struggle and shit.
Indeed. Let's go to City. Oh.
Mr. Dalston, another letter. Basically, the thing that connects Dalston to the murders is that Dalston has been getting letters of from the Masked Gentleman.
Who's reading the letter?
Jova, because Jova's playing the Masked Gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Two, actually. One for you, and the other is for someone called Mr. Layton. Does anyone know who Mr. Layton is? Because
Are you fucking serious?
Layton?
To be fair, he's never met you
Nice
before.
visit from the doctors in the white coats.
Alright, Jova, you're up.
Greetings, my friends.
It's your friend.
I trust you enjoyed last night's festivities. I certainly did. It was so refreshing. You see, people who are made of stone cannot cheat or lie. In fact, they cannot do anything unpleasant. They just stand there in a dignified silence. To rob a person of their power, to do evil is quite miraculous, don't you think? Almost as miraculous as my follow-up tonight. I will be performing in the Grand Plaza, and I assure you it will be a most enlightening experience. I hope you make it there. Until then, I, the Masked Gentleman, bid you adieu.
I hate that man.
There, a warning from the Masked Gentleman while I stood before you.
You could have delayed the letter, you know.
How did anyone know we were here?
I haven't got a tracking device on me, have I?
It's Franziska, she's tracking you.
Yeah, that's the most likely explanation. We're probably being watched right now.
I think you're right, Abby. Let's keep this quiet, okay?
Yes.
Look, that place is going to be teeming with tourists tonight.
Yes, all 5 of them.
I love how he's always twirling his mustache.
We still have time before sundown. We need to inform the mayor.
It's like he wants us to suspect him.
Right, Professor.
Wow, you're very subtle, level 5.
So, you tie anyone to train tracks recently?
Let's go.
The mayor should be at the city hall, just beyond the door place.
What I love about, okay, I'm not gonna say whether Dalston is guilty or not, or anything, but I will say that let's just say there's more to him than meets the eye for now.
Maybe they're busy analyzing the suspicious evidence against me as we speak.
Maybe so.
Come now, Luke. Let's head to the city hall. Thank
Yes.
you, Dalston. This was very informative.
Well, think of it this way, Professor. If this game was being written by Lorelei Shannon, we would be seeing dead ghosts all the time.
True. But anyway, that was part 10. See you for part 11, where hopefully Luke will have found my calmness pills.
Indeed.
Where you won't get bested by
Don't-
Dalston again.
Don't worry, everybody. If it needs be, we'll use horse tranquilizers. See you then.
See it.
Bye.